1967 Plymouth Barracuda Formula S, 340, aluminum heads, 4-speed manual transmission. Let's take it for a test drive. 1967 Plymouth Barracuda Formula S. I purchased this car from a collector out of New York. He had a bunch of other cars, and this is just one of the ones that he decided to put up for sale, and I bought it directly from him. It is a super clean and a very, very solid Barracuda underneath. The driveline that's in this car is not the original driveline. Via the VIN, this was originally a 273 Formula S car. Now it has a 1972 block 340. The engine is topped with aftermarket Edelbrock Performer RPM aluminum heads. You do have an aftermarket intake carburetor as well. I wouldn't say it is a crazy high performance 340, but it definitely runs really well for what it is. You are backed by a 4-speed manual transmission. Motor is strong. Transmission shifts through the gears well. You do have an 8 3/4 rear end. This one is a manual disc brake car. Again, drivability on this car is great. On the interior of this car, it's a really stock style white and black interior. The back seat very well could be original. It's got a little bit of yellowing on the piping, and then on the seat bottom in the back, there's a couple small little holes. Really small stuff. Headliner's got like a repair spot on this seam, so it really could stand to use a new headliner. Door panels are in good shape, dash is in good shape. Again, you have these aftermarket gauges underneath the dash for fuel, oil pressure, water temperature, and voltage. You do have an aftermarket old school style cassette stereo. And then you have your standard gauges. The factory dash clock is in there, is working. The other gauges are in the factory location, but they are not the ones that are working. The ones below the dash are set up to work. So back on the mechanicals, this car is a manual steering car, and it is a manual disc brake car. So just want to be clear. So manual steering, manual front disc brakes, but it's a super easy car to drive. So on my Does It Work section for this car, which you guys can find on the additional informations tab or at the end of the photo set, the speedometer's not working, the reverse lights, the flashers, the horn, and then your door lock keys. I don't have any door lock keys. So again, speedo, reverse lights, flashers, the horn is intermittent, and then the door lock keys do not work. I have the dash clock listed as a no, but right now the dash clock is winding, so that might be a little intermittent as well. Temperatures come up good, so we're gonna get after it here once this car goes. We'll test out the 340, rip into it just a little bit. We'll actually let a couple cars go. The clutch feels good. This car's got a highway gear in it. It is not a low gear setup, so not crazy out of the hole, but when you start getting into some RPMs, it starts pulling really well. Again, not a crazy radical 340, but does have a good power band for it. As you can see, drivability at 65 miles an hour is very comfortable. The underneath is rock solid, has all your factory undercoating. Floors are great, inside the trunk is great. Looks like the quarter drop downs have had a little bit of work done, but it is very solid. I do not see any current signs of any rust issues. I will say once you get up past about 65, like any old car, you start getting a little bit of harmonics coming in from the rear end, but this car is not designed to be an 80 mile an hour car. None of these old cars really were, but it is comfortable at 65, 70. On the exterior, I'm guessing this car was redone back in probably the early 2000s, maybe even in the late 90s. The paint's got its imperfections, same thing with the trim, the chrome. Nothing that's egregious, but it does have its imperfections in the paint. A couple little reaction spots on the tops of the quarters, some little hairline cracks in the A-pillars on the outside in the paint. Other miscellaneous little nicks, little imperfections, couple little fish eyes in the paint. Still a very presentable car, but you can't nitpick the paint to death. Doors open and close well. The door handles do have some haziness, some aging to the tops of the door handles. You will see photos of that stuff in my additional information tab, so make sure you guys check that out. One other thing on the interior I forgot to mention is the top corners here of the steering wheel. Do have some little cracks on the top of the steering wheel as far as the center section goes, just so you'll see photos of that as well. Suspension and steering components all check out great. Again, this is a manual steering car and a manual front disc brake car, but it stops well, it steers easy. Not a difficult car to drive in any way, shape, or form. Road feels nice and comfortable. Doesn't bounce you around, it doesn't pull you left, it doesn't pull you right. The exhaust system sounds good. It's full aftermarket exhaust. Not too terribly loud, but does have a good muscle car sound going down the road. Obviously, y'all can hear it during this video. Has full tailpipes coming out the back. Glass is in nice shape. It's got a little like weird stone chip on that passenger window down at the bottom. Other than that, some little scuffs in all of the glass, but nothing that's hard to see out of. No major issues with the windshield. That back glass is always super cool on these. I think these cars in the fastback, in the notchback version of these Barracudas, is a really, really cool looking car. Again, some little scuffs on that back glass, but nothing that's, again, terrible. Probably the original glass for the car. We'll get a little second, third gear pull for you. And when it comes to Mopars, I'm a 340 guy. I'm not a huge fan of really the big blocks. I mean, it is what it is, but this car with the 340 in it is a lot of fun. Has a lot more power than it would have had as the original 273. I don't know exactly when this motor was put in the car, but definitely performs well. All right, opportunity here to bang through all the gears again. That clutch again engages where it needs to. I really think the staggered Kragers, especially with the cheater slick, I believe they're Mickey Thompsons in the back, I think it just gives it a really cool look. And overall, this is just a really fun car. Runs, drives, it's a really fun, like old school period style kind of hot rod. I think, again, it's got a great look with the Kragers, the cheater slick on the back, the 4-speed, the aluminum headed 340. Just got a lot of really cool stuff going for it. I don't get a lot of these Formula S's or this style Barracuda very often, so this one, when it came up for sale, with the cool stuff that's on it, figured it was a great one to bring in. Definitely a lot of fun to rip around. I'm Mike. This is my 1967 Plymouth Barracuda Formula S. Thanks again for watching this test drive video. Check out that additional information tab posted on my website, pcclassiccars.com, and I'll see you guys on the next video.